Hi, everyone, and welcome to Love Speaks Live. I'm your host, Candice Ruggiero. I'm a keynote speaker, host of an Intentional Excellence podcast, host of Love Speaks Live and Love Speaks Out in the community. I'm also an education expert and the founder of Novata Global Education Consulting. I'm just happy you're here with me tonight. Thank you for showing up, for choosing to be here, and for giving your heart a little room to breathe. Tonight's topic is one that sits very close to my heart. Bloom where you're planted. It's all about loving yourself in the season you're in, even when the season doesn't look perfect, even when it feels messy, slow, confusing, or not what you imagined. Because every season has a purpose. Every season shapes you, and every season gives you something you need, even when you don't realize it yet. Because we live in a world where everyone is rushing to grow, rushing to succeed, rushing to look like they have it all together. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to slow down and say, this is where I am, and I choose to love myself here. Blooming where you're planted doesn't mean settling, it means honoring your now, honoring the lessons, honoring the pace, honoring the version of you that is trying, learning, growing behind the scenes. And you know me, Candice. I value self love, authenticity, honesty, and showing up as I am. But let me go a little deeper tonight because this topic is personal to me. Like growing up, I knew I had a lot of skills. I showed so many of my gifts early in life: creativity, leadership, passion, and this fire in me that always wanted to do more and be more. But as life went on, things happened, challenges came, defining moments that shook me, moments that changed the way I saw myself, moments that made me question who I was becoming. And somewhere in the middle of all that, you know, I started losing myself, pieces of myself. I forgot who I was. I forgot that little girl who loved to dream. I forgot to have fun. I forgot the old dreams that used to keep me excited. I forgot the version of me who walked boldly into rooms without fear. It wasn't intentional, but sometimes we cover ourselves up without realizing it. We shrink, we hide, we dim our own light because life gets heavy and the world gets loud. And then one day, I just woke up and said, these defining moments are part of my story. They're part of me, and I can't erase them. I can't pretend they didn't happen, but I can choose what they mean. I can choose how they shape me. Instead of letting them bring me down, I decided to accept them for what they were and still continue to grow. That's when I realized that I have to bloom in the season I'm in, even if it's not perfect, even if it's challenging, even if I don't understand it yet. I've learned that not every season is going to be beautiful. Not every season is going to be easy. But I've also had seasons of joy, seasons of breakthroughs, seasons where everything made sense. And now, whatever season I'm in, I've learned to choose gratitude. I've learned to keep growing, not just for other people, but especially for myself. Because when I'm at my best, no matter what season I'm in, I shine, I radiate differently. And people feel that. There's a kind of magic that comes from showing up as your whole self. And even when you're still healing or figuring things out. And I want you to know, I'm not saying this as a speaker or as a host or someone on social media. I'm saying this as someone who lives real life off camera too. Anyone, no matter where you are, no matter what season you're going through, can shine for others just by being who you are. You don't need a platform to be seen. You don't need a camera to matter. Whatever season you're in, just smile. Let go of the negative beliefs. Release the victim mindset. Own your life, own your story, own your growth. Because when something happens to you, it doesn't mean it was given to you on purpose. It's just part of life. And these challenges are here to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more powerful. Now, let me also take this time to share some actionable steps you can take to bloom where you're planted. First, pause and name your season. Take a quiet moment and say out loud what season you're in. I'm in a season of healing. I'm in a season of rebuilding. Because naming it gives it meaning. It helps you understand what you need and gives you permission to slow down or rise up, depending on where you are. Second, give yourself permission to grow slowly because growth doesn't always make noise. Some of the best growth happens in silence when no one is watching, when you're still figuring things out. So don't judge your progress by how fast it looks. Judge it, but by how true it feels. Even slow growth, guess what? It's growth. Next, practice one act of self-love every day. It doesn't have to be big. A walk, a few deep breaths, journaling, a warm shower, turning your phone off saying or maybe saying no to something that drains you. These small acts build strength. They remind your mind and body that you matter too. Next, stop comparing your timeline to others. Someone else's season is not your season. The timing of your life is yours alone. When you compare, you rob yourself of joy. Your path has its own rhythm, and the right doors will open when they're meant to. Last, for now, look for the lesson in your season. Ask yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? Is it asking me to have patience, trust, courage, maybe balance, confidence? Every season teaches something. When you look for this lesson instead of the problem, everything changes. As we close tonight's episode, I want to let you know that this is my last episode for November. I'm taking a Thanksgiving break next week, a time to rest, reflect, and refill my cup. I'll be back with a few more episodes to end the season strong. And then I'll be making some changes because my goal is to make Love Speaks Live even better. I want to grow, improve, and continue inspiring others with intention. I'm actually being mindful about the topics I choose as the year closes. I want every message to have purpose. I want every word to serve you. So remember this tonight. Wherever you are planted, you can bloom. You are worthy in every season, and your growth is never wasted. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And I'll see you after the Thanksgiving break for more Love Speaks Live with yours truly, Candice Ujiro. Have a beautiful night, everyone. Take care.